Eric Haugen. Check the description box below for tabs and backing tracks on my website, information about exactly what sound tools I'm using today, live streams and more on Patreon, and my deep dive courses. It's all on my website. So the first thing, so what that really is a bunch of A minor, like this whole, that's really A minor, and sure, the original is octaves. But I don't know, I put in hybrid picking an A minor chord up there. And then this is really an E7 chord. Let's see, what's a big way to do it? So that's why we have this B and G sharp. And then the next part's really interesting. It's a bar of 6/4, as in 6 beats in this bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so it starts as an A minor, but then all this is a magical, magical diminished 7th chord. Now I have a couple of videos on diminished 7 without detouring too far. It's an endless series of minor thirds. And Danny Elfman loves, stuff like this. You know, these kind of symmetrical things. So that's why you can get away with, sorry. And then it kind of just does the same thing from before. So the chord progression for the verse is A minor, F over A, back to the A minor, and then, another diminished chord, an A diminished, which again, that repeats itself every 3 frets. That's like the magic of a diminished 7. You know, or I could put it this way. So spooky. So let's see. That's on the F over A. That's on that diminished. And then this is just, now it's the A minor. That's actually on the F. And then that's an A minor. So he's putting the flat 5 on it. That's on an E. And then this is the tricky violin trill. So we have, if I pick all the notes, but what I'm doing here is I'm going to do one pick like that. And then I'm actually hybrid picking it to get that. So I got. Let's see if I can do it with just pick. Yep. And again, practice things slow. I practice that lick a lot. You know, starting at like 100 BPM, 110 BPM, 120 BPM, 130 BPM. I think the track is at 138 is what I got it up to. And then we're actually at that bar of 6/4 for this. So while that's going on is that long thing is happening underneath the. And I think I did a little pickup note. And then I just put the melody, so we're coming around to the melody again, but here it is an octave higher. That was the same as, the same as that. Where was I? Beep. And then the trill again. Now, on the, the soundtrack version, it basically does that figure through a couple of different keys. I think it just goes up and then up again before it finally gets to this B section. So I sort of shoehorned in this little kind of bridge. So, I'm on the. So I needed some kind of pivot to the key change. So I did the. And then don't know, this is kind of a Jimi Hendrix thing. Just move it all up one fret because that's where it's going. And then though, I know that I have to get to a B flat minor because that's where the next key is for this next section. So yeah, I knew I had to be on an F7, but I was already on an F7. So again, I utilized diminished chords as approach chords. So that's I'd call that an F sharp diminished to an A diminished, which you can hear very well sets up. So just know that I have a couple of videos about diminished. One of the ways that you can use them is you stick them a fret below whatever chord you want to go to. They'll always kind of serve as a creepy way to set up that next chord. And then we have a B flat minor. So the chord change for that section is 1, 2, 3, 4, a C7, F7. Kind of a weird 2-5-1 in minor. Again, Danny Elfman, very creative composer. That note seems like a flat 5, but it's also part of a C7. And then it's going to hang on the B flat minor. Jump at the octave just for fun. And then I forget what chord I put this. It was hard to hear what chord is actually happening underneath this part here, but anyway. So there's that. Now we're definitely on a B flat 7 for this little run. And here we are at a new key, E flat minor. So that section. Okay. Here's the E7. B flat 7 for this. It's just going to do it again. I jump at the octave. Yeah. So that's all on. Yeah, that's that same E flat minor, A flat minor, E flat minor. Jump this part the octave. And then new chord. This is all on an F. I might put a hammer on in there. And then the last run is a big B flat run. Let's see. We got B flat here. We also have one here. So kind of see this note here. That, I don't know, that looks like just B flat major to me. Landing on this E flat here and E flat minor. So let's see, the song went from A minor with some A diminished activity, key change up to B flat minor, key change up to E flat minor. Okay, hold on. I'm thinking about this right now. So A flat minor's here, or A minor's here. It key changed up to B flat minor, and then it key changed up to E flat minor. I don't know. That's Danny Elfman for you. I hope this video was entertaining and helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share. That costs you nothing, and it helps me out a lot when people do that. One more time, how my business works. Patreon is where there's every backing track I've ever made, ever will make, live Q&A seminars, and more. I update that all the time, and I also make comprehensive deep dive courses. You can check it out on my website. As Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to each other. That includes yourself. Happy Friday. Eat pizza.
Where'd you go? Hey, come on! Hey, where'd you go? Oh, hey, come on! You gotta work with me here. I'm just trying to cut a deal. What do you want me to do? Where are you? You bunch of losers! You're working with a professional here! Nice fucking model!